Hi, Scorpio. What's good? How's it going? How's it going? Anything awesome going on? Feel free to leave it in my comments and let me know. I posted a reading for you guys yesterday, and I didn't like it. It just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel like it was in flow. I wasn't happy with it. It didn't feel like it was the appropriate message. Now, if you saw it and you felt like it resonated for you, then that's awesome. That means it was a message that you were supposed to get. But regardless, I really felt like I was supposed to do another reading. So that's what this is. So this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for May 2018. This is, if you just have a lot of prominent Scorpio in your chart, if you're cross-watching for someone that has a lot of prominent Scorpio in their chart, or if you're just intuitively guided here, there's probably a message for you, okay? I'm going to include a link from now on in my description box that's going to take you to a website where you can find out what your full astrological zodiac birth chart is, if you don't already know, if you're interested in that, okay? And as you may or may not know, there was a full moon last night, and it was in your astrological sign of Scorpio. My moon is in Scorpio, so it really had me sideways, let me tell you. That was some really intense energy. I'm still feeling it. We'll probably all continue to feel it for a while. You guys know Scorpio is intense. So, okay, looks like you have 3 more shuffles. I don't usually sit down like this for my readings, but right before I was doing the reading for Leo just a minute ago, I got a really bad cramp in my leg. It was really strange. It's not something that normally happens to me, so I noticed I still had it before I did this video, and I still was not able to stand and do the reading, so that could be a message for some of you out there. You might need some more potassium in your diet, or you might run into some muscle cramps this month. It might sound silly to some of you, but I feel like things like that happen for a reason when I'm doing things like, doing readings like this. It really matters to me. Those things matter. I can feel it if it's just something that doesn't matter, or if it has some sort of significance, and I feel like this does. Okay, so I'm going to see if there's any more messages that come up for you guys while I'm shuffling, okay? I feel like some of you really need to journal a lot this month. That writing is going to be a really big deal for some of you. I feel like some of you need to really get in touch with some really deep feelings that you may not be facing. And for a lot of you, the way that you can do that is by something I call automatic writing. It's like you just sit down and you write, and you just let whatever come out, just let it come out. Whatever comes out, it comes out, You don't worry about how it sounds. don't judge yourself. Just let it come out. And you're going to get a lot of release. You're going to release a lot of things that way. And discover some really deep things about yourself that way. One thing I really love about Scorpio is that they're generally not afraid to really look deeply within themselves. Because it's a very deep sign. It's a very intense sign. So you're generally not very afraid of intensity. So because of that, you can generally look really deep within your own reflection. And even if you're afraid of what you see, you will still keep looking. And I really like that. And, with all that said, I'm glad I said all that, because your overall energy for the month is the Queen of Shadows, card number 11, and this basically represents the devil. So, some of you may really be facing your shadow side this month. Really, really looking deep within the darkness within you. For some of you, this may be somebody that you're dealing with. We also have the Elven Knight underneath this card. So there's a really intense power that's kind of coming into you this month. And it could just be because you're dealing with this. This card can represent addictions. It's like the bad boy of the fairy. Basically the devil. You see he has totally black eyes. This is a really demonic, sort of dark energy. So if you are dealing with somebody like this, we might be able to get a little bit of extra information about some guidance on the right way to handle this as we get into your reading. But this could also just be your dark side. I don't really feel a lot of intense energy with this card. So I feel like this is an energy that's going to be sort of passing out of you this month. I don't feel like it's a really big deal. I feel like you have a lot of this energy coming in, and it's going to sort of push this energy out because it was underneath it. It's going to sort of push it out of your life, which is a really good thing. We start the reading off with your recent past as card number 56, the Challenge, card number 33, the Fairy of Growth, and card number 40, the Lady of Leprechauns, the Lady of Leprechauns. So the Challenge represents you recently realizing that there is something that you want. This is generally you being interested in, like, having a love interest. Somebody's sparking your romantic interest, but you have this mask on and you're sort of like sad because it's triggering your self-esteem issues, because it's like so much good, like you don't feel that you deserve this good thing, whatever it is. And then, we move right into the Fairy of Growth. So, it really seems like there are some things that are getting triggered in you, and it's really causing you to experience some soul growth. And then we move into the Lady of Leprechauns, and the Lady of Leprechauns is sort of the energy, a bit of like a psychic energy. It's being able to see. This card came up in your other readings, so that's really good. It's a very similar message. This is sort of being able to see out, like, I'm starting to get really hot. So there might be something really passionate going on for you this month, Scorpio. So this is you being able to see out the next few steps ahead. And like just knowing if you do whatever action you take, you're going to be able to see the consequence of those actions. And they're definitely you're going to be led in the right direction by your intuition, okay? So that's really good. So we see, you wanting something and not being sure if you feel like this is, if you're good enough for this thing. But then, we see you moving into this, this stage of growth. This stage of growth, and that's really good. And it's leading you into this energy of just knowing, like, you just know what's coming before it happens. And the energy that you're moving into after this, oh my goodness, sorry. Shoo. Something is going to just have you guys just really fiery this month. Okay, so the next energy that you're moving into is card number 36, the Star Fairy, card number 42, the Lady of Song, and card number 62, the Hope. So, you know, you're in this place where you just kind of can see where things are headed. And then we see you move into this beautiful energy of being perfectly in alignment with your higher self and perfectly in alignment with divinity. And this is because of this growth, this soul growth that you're dealing with. It's really helping you feel your connection to your higher self. Now, strangely enough, after that, you're sort of moving into like a dip. There's a dip here of this like feeling of hopelessness and this sadness. And this might be, you know, you coming into this alignment with yourself. This is also in the core, the heart of your reading. So this is really great. So this beautiful, bright new energy is like coming in, and it may just be pushing up the negative parts of you that are just no longer needed. And that sort of goes with this card here. Because we see that you're getting triggered and you're like, I just don't know if I feel like I deserve this. And so you're seeing here, it's like here, the reasons that you feel that you don't deserve this good thing are coming up, and you're able to look at them. This beautiful new energy coming into you is like pushing this up and helping you to look at this in a more clear way. So then we have in the future 12, the Prince of Light, 18, the Thief, and 65, the Returning. So, and this is a really interesting way to end the month, Scorpio, because card number 12, the Prince of Light, this is letting you know that it's like Spirit is coming in and kind of calming everything down for you. If there's been some turmoil, really I feel like it's inner turmoil. This inner turmoil, it's like it's calming down for you. But then, really, it's like you kind of have a choppy thing going on here, because then we move into the Thief. So it's like you're becoming very aware of how this side of you, this dark side of you, it's like it's robbing you. You feeling like you're not good enough, and you just being consumed with this like negative view of yourself. You're realizing that, you know, you're getting this illumination, and it's making you realize that it's like stealing your joy. It's stealing it's like it's stealing your peace. It's stealing where did that card come from? Hang on a second. I didn't even tell you about this card. Huh. I'm glad I realized that. That is so strange. Okay, so for whatever reason I wasn't supposed to talk about this card until now. The Lady of Song is about you really coming into this deep place of meditation within yourself, where you are just, you can hear your own song. You can hear the song of your own soul. you are listening beyond the sounds that are around you, into the silence and beyond the silence, into the very frequency of existence. So you're getting into this place of like psychicness after you have this soul growth. It's bringing you into this place of knowing, and then it's bringing you into this really quiet like self-awareness, and that is when the star fairy comes in and you are able to move into this divine alignment with yourself, and you're just really lit up. And when you get really lit up like this, it's lighting this part of yourself up, and you're starting to realize that you have been really depressed for a really long time, and you just don't want it anymore. You don't want to feel like this anymore. And that's when the Prince of Light comes in and sort of calms everything down. This could be a new person coming into your life, or this could just be an aspect of yourself that's sort of coming back to life. And then it's like you realize that you being in this place of sort of self-deprivation, deprecation, you know, just kind of hating on yourself, is stealing your joy. And then we end the reading with the returning card number 65, and this is like you coming, this is like a homecoming. This is coming up for some of the other signs as well. This is like you coming into this beautiful alignment with yourself, and sort of coming back into this place of like a childlike place. Sort of how you felt when you were a child. This is you going out on all these adventures, but then coming home and sharing everything that you've been through with your family. So this could represent someone coming back into your life if this is a past lover, but this I feel like more so is a representation of you returning to yourself. Wow, that really flowed so much better. That's so strange. Just like something just kind of took over. That's the way I like for this to go. So yeah, it's like, just to recap a little bit, I'm gonna look at these from some different perspectives as well, and see if there's anything different. No, it pretty much looks the same from any angle. You know, it's just the basic idea is there is something that you want, whether it's to feel happy or feel at peace with yourself, or if this is a lover, somebody that you want to be with. And it triggers you, and it causes you to go really quiet and go within. And really discover this power that you have within you. This power that you have within you is what you're going to be gaining this month. And you're going to be soldiering through the dark parts of yourself. And when you soldier through these dark parts of yourself, it's going to bring this beautiful power into you. And you're going to realize that you're not going to let anybody or yourself steal anything else from you. Instead, you're going to take your power back, and you're going to return back to this place of peace and harmony. It seems really not self-explanatory, but it seems like it's you know, it's just I'm trying to see if there's any other messages, because sometimes I get several messages, and I'm not getting several messages. It just really seems like it's the same message. So you know, whether you're in a relationship or not, I'm not really getting a lot of messages about your love life. So if you're in a current relationship, no, I'm really not getting any messages about love at all. Just that I feel like whoever you're going to find yourself with at the end of the month, I feel like that person's going to be a good fit for you, and that person is going to be somebody that you can grow with, and they're going to be somebody that's going to bring you a lot of joy. Okay? So I feel like that was really good, and with this being in the heart of your reading, it's absolutely beautiful. You're really connecting with your higher self this month, Scorpio, and you're really coming back into your power, and you're feeling really good about yourself, and you're feeling really good about the world. You just are going to have like maybe a little bit of rockiness throughout the month as, you know, you face these parts of yourself. So stay brave, and I hope you have a beautiful month. And if you want to support my channel, you can hit the thumbs up button and give this video a share, okay? Lots of love to you guys. I'll talk to you soon.